right now we are going to our day 2 of the particular chapter, which is cost of capital. So now we are going to move to the third sum. So this is the third sum which we are having right now with us. So I am going to copy this sum. So let's start with this third sum. So I'm reading the third sum for you all. The equity of MER Limited is traded in the market at rupees 90. The dividend expected at the year end per share is rupees 18. The subsequent growth in dividend is expected at the rate of 6%. You have to calculate the cost of equity. Now here something I need to explain you. What I need to explain is, this is the timeline here I am making. This is called D0. It is called last year dividend. Last year dividend. And D1 is the expected dividend of the next year. Expected dividend of next year. So what do we mean by D1? D1 is the dividend of the next year. So how do we get D1? So D1 is nothing but D0 and 1 plus growth rate. So when you apply this formula, when you add the growth rate to the existing dividend, you are going to get the dividend of the next year or the future dividend. So this is called D1. So this you need to remember. So right now I am reading the sum. So with the sum I will be able to explain you all properly. So the equity share of MER is traded in the market at 90. So we know that the market price per share, which is P0, is 90 rupees. This we know. Then the dividend expected at the year end per share is 18. Now friends, be very alert. They have already mentioned that this is the dividend expected at the year end. In other words, they have already said that this is the future dividend. So since they have already given us D1, which is the future dividend, we need not to put the growth in it. So this is D1, which is the future dividend, which they have already mentioned. It is rupees 18. Now the subsequent growth in dividend is expected at the rate of 6%. So what they have given us the growth rate. So year on year our earnings are going to increase, and as a result, since our earnings are going to increase, our dividends are also expected to grow. So the growth rate in the dividend is 6%, which you will take it as 6 by 100, which you can take it as 0.06. Now in this sum they are telling you to find the cost of equity. It is but obvious since there is a growth rate. So this you are going to find the cost of equity by dividend growth model. So we are going to find the cost of equity by dividend growth model. So this we are going to find the cost of equity by dividend growth model. So cost of equity by dividend growth model will be D1, that is your future dividend, divided by P0, which is your current market price, plus the growth rate. And this entire thing then we are going to multiply by 100 so that we get the answer in percentage. So here I am filling it up. D1, we know that our future dividend is 18 rupees. Then P0, we know our current market price is 90. Then plus the growth rate we will take it as 0.06, and then this entire answer we are going to multiply by 100. This I am solving it here. So what I am going to do is 18 I will divide by 90, so 0.2 plus 0.06, so and into 100, so I am going to get 26%. So 26% is my cost of equity by dividend growth model. So this one concept you need to know, that if we want to find the future dividend, we are going to add growth rate to it. So 1 plus growth rate will give me, when 1 plus growth rate will add to the last year's dividend, will get the dividend of the next year or the future dividend. So this is new part which we have studied right now. So I will be moving to the next part. Third sum we have already done. So now we are moving to our fourth sum. So fourth sum we will be moving right now. Okay. Just bear with me for 1 minute. Okay, I'm going to copy this fourth sum. So right now we are moving to the fourth sum. Sun Limited has its shares of rupees 10 each quoted on the stock exchange. The current market price of the share is 24. The gross dividend per share over the last 4 years they have given to us. Calculate the cost of equity shares. Now all these questions which I am doing is I am building your concepts. Later on, what the institute is going to ask you is the weighted average cost of capital, the marginal cost of capital, which we are going to cover in the upcoming lectures. So right now I am doing the fourth sum. So Sun Limited has its shares of rupees 10. So we know that the face value of the share is rupees 10 quoted on stock exchange, of rupees 10 quoted on stock exchange, and the current market price which is quoted on stock exchange is 24. So P0 is the current market price, which is rupees 24. Then the gross dividends per share over the last 4 years they have given. So they have given you the dividend of the last 4 years. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 1.20, then 1.32, then 1.45, and then we have 1.60. So like this they have given us the dividend of the last 4 years. Now if you observe it carefully, the dividend has increased from 1.2 to 1.32, from 1.32 to 1.45, and from 1.45 to 1.60. So I can say that year on year the dividend has increased. Since the dividend has increased, it indicates that there is some growth in that dividend. So we need to find the growth rate. So right now we are going to find the growth rate. So how you are going to find is this 1.32 you are going to subtract with 1.20, and this you are going to divide by 1.20, and this I am going to multiply by 100 so that I get in percentage. Then we will take it as fraction into 100. So 1.32 minus 1.20 divided by 1.20 percentage. So this is 10%. So here the growth rate, if you see here the growth rate, it is 10%. This is the growth rate. So here the growth rate is 10%. Okay, now we are going to find the growth rate of this period. So again we are going to do the growth rate, that is 1.45 minus 1.32, then we are going to divide by 1.32, and then we are going to multiply by 100. So 1.45 minus 1.32 divide by 1.32 and percentage. So here I am getting answer 9.85% as approx. So this is my growth rate. So here it is 9.85 percentage of growth in the dividend. Then we are again going to find another growth rate. So this is the another growth rate. So 1.60 minus 1.45, I will divide by the base, which is 1.45, and this I am going to multiply by 100. So 1.60 minus 1.45 divide by 1.45 and percentage. So here I am getting 10.34 percentage. So I can say that here the growth rate is 10.34 percentage. So how you will present this in your exam is that you don't need to give the thorough working of it. This can be termed as a working note which the examiner is going to see. In the exam, what the examiner is going to see is your average growth rate. So here you have to present the average growth rate. So it will be 10% plus this 10% plus this 9.85 plus this 10.34, and this here we are going to divide by 3, because this is the growth rate of first, second and third. So we are having 3 parts. The growth rate is divided into 3 parts. So 10 plus 9.85 plus 10.34, I will divide by 3. So I'm going to get a growth rate of 10.06%. So I know the growth rate, which is 10.06%, or 10.06, right, divide by 100. So I'm going to get 0.1006. So this is our growth rate. So in this sum, what you have understood is that you have understood how to find the growth rate. If they don't give you the growth rate, they are going to give you some way to calculate the growth rate, and in this sum they have given you the gross dividends which are rising year on year. So with that help we can find the growth rate. So I will be rubbing this part so that I don't need to turn the page. What you all can do is you all can pause the video and copy. There is no limit, so you can watch any number of times. So now we are going to find the cost of equity by dividend growth model. By dividend growth model. Now friends, one more thing I need to explain to you is this one. They had given us the 4 years dividend growth rate, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and this was 1.20, this is 1.32, this is 1.45, this is 1.60. Now this is the dividend of the last year. We need to find the future dividend. So this dividend 1.60 is called D0, and you know that we have to find the dividend. In dividend growth model we need to find the future dividend. So what we are going to do is we are going to find the future dividend. So here I am doing the working. D0, it will be D1. D1 will be nothing but D0 and 1 plus the growth rate. So D0 is 1.60, 1 plus growth rate we are going to take this to 0.1006. So 1.60, this I'll going to multiply 1.1006. I've added this to 1.01006 into 1.60. So I'm going to get D1 as 1.76. So this is my D1. So I hope I have made it clear that we are going to find the D1, which is the future dividend. So I'm taking next page. Now we are going to find the cost of equity. We are going to find the cost of equity by dividend growth model. So right now what I will write, K is called cost of equity. Your future dividend is D1. Your current market price is pre-zero plus the growth rate. So what we have is we want D1. So D1 is 1.76. So D1 is 1.76. Then we want the P0, that is the price, current market price, which is 24. So we are going to write here 24 plus the growth rate. So growth rate is 0.1006, 0.1006, and this entire then we are going to multiply by 100 so that there is no confusion. 1.36 divided by 24 plus 0.1006 multiply by 100. So I'm going to get 17.39% as my cost of equity. So this what we have done is dividend growth model. So here in this sum what you need to remember is that you have to find the growth rate, then you need to find the D1, and then you have to apply the dividend growth model. So I hope I have made myself clear. So I will be erasing this part, then the next part also I will be erasing. I think now there are no parts available. So fourth sum we have done. Now we are moving to the fifth sum. So I have to make this. So I am going to copy this. Fifth sum we are going to do. Okay. So this is the fifth sum which we are going to start. So I am reading the fifth sum for you. Brightstar Limited has its equity share of rupees 10 each quoted in stock exchange and has a market price of 56. The constant expected annual growth rate of 6% and a dividend of 3.60 per share has been paid for the last year. Calculate the cost of capital. Now here they are very much clear that the dividend which they have paid is for the last year. So now we are going to move further and understand the sum. So Brightstar Limited has its equity share of rupees 10. So the face value of the share is rupees 10. Quoted in a stock exchange and has a market price of 56. So the market price is P0. So this is 56 rupees. A constant expected annual growth rate of 6%. So the growth rate is 6%, or you can take it as 0.06. And the dividend of 3.60 has been paid for the last year. Here you have to be careful that they have given that this is the dividend of last year, and I've already mentioned that the dividend of the last year will be taken as D0. So D0 is 3.60. Now we need to find D1. So that we have already learned, it's D0 and 1 plus growth rate. So D0 is 3.60. 1 plus the growth rate is 0.06. Then it is 3.60 and it is 1.06. So So 3.60 into 1.06 is going to give me 3.816. So 3.816 is the answer. 3.816. Okay, I'll write here 3.816. This is our answer. This is nothing but D1. So this is D1 which we have calculated, and everything is given. We can find the cost of equity. We can find the cost of equity by dividend growth model. So we are finding it by dividend growth model. So the cost of equity will be D1, which is your future dividend, B divided by P0. P0 is nothing but your current market price plus the growth rate. So D1 is 3.816. Then we have P0 which is 56, P0 which is 56, and then we have to multiply plus the growth rate, and the growth rate is 0.06, and this entire then we are going to multiply by 100. So I'm going to multiply this by 100. So it's 3.816 divided by 56 plus 0.06 multiplied by 100. So I'm going to get 12.81%. So 12.81% is our cost of equity. So I think I have made myself clear. So now I will be erasing this part, and then we are going to move further. So fifth sum I have done. So now what we are going to do is we are moving to the sixth sum. So this will be the last sum for the day today. So let's start with the sixth sum. So now I will be copying this sum. Okay. So this is the sixth sum. So now we will be reading this particular sum, and then I will be moving forward. F Limited has paid up capital of 10 lakh. Okay. Equity shares of rupees 10 each, and the current market price of its share is 420. The dividend declared by the company during the last 5 years they have given, and we have to calculate the cost of capital. So it's similar sum which we have already done it. So the equity shares are of rupees 10 each. So the face value of the share is rupees 10, and the current market price of the share is 420. So the P0 is 420 rupees. Okay, and the last 5 years they have declared the dividend. So here I can do a short working. So I will be finding the growth rate over here. So growth rate will be 10.50 minus 9, and this we have to divide by 9, and then we are going to multiply it by 100. So I am coming to the level of students so that they are able to understand it. 10.50 minus 9 divided by 9 percentage. So I am going to get a growth rate of 16.67%. Now the next growth rate which I am going to find is this one. So 15 minus 10.50, I will divide by 10.50, and this entire I am going to multiply by 100. So 15 minus 10.50 divide by 10.50 and percentage. So 42.86% is the growth rate. Then another growth rate Here we are going to find 18 minus 15 divide by 15, and then we have to multiply it by 100. So 18 minus 15 divide by 15 percentage. So 20% is my growth rate. Again we need to find the growth rate. So it will be 21 minus 18 divide by 18, and this we are going to multiply by 100. So 21 minus 18 divided by 18 percentage, so 16.67 is the percentage. So we have got the 4 percentage of the growth. So now what we are going to find is the average growth rate. So average growth rate, which we are going to find right now. So 16.67 plus 42.86 plus 20 and plus 16.67 and 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we are going to divide by 4. So we are going to find a simple average. 16.67 plus 42.86 plus 20 plus 16.67 divide by 4. So I'm going to get 24.05 percentage, or this if I divide by 100, so 0.2405. so this part will be our growth. So I will be rubbing this part. You can pause the video and copy it down. So right now what we have done is that we have found the growth rate. So here I will be putting the growth rate as 24.05 percentage, or 0.2405. okay. So now you have understood that whenever the growth rate is given, you have to find the cost of equity by the dividend growth model. So what we are going to find the cost of equity by the dividend growth model. So cost of equity is KE, future dividend D1, current market price P0, and the growth rate, and this we are going to multiply by 100. So D1 I know. Okay, I have to find D1. So 2015 is the last year. The last year dividend paid was in 2015, which is D0. So D0 we know it is 21 rupees. So we are going to find D1. So it is D0 and 1 plus the growth rate. So D0 is 21, 1 plus the growth rate is 0.2405. so 1.2405 multiply by 21. So I'm going to get 26.05. this will be my D1. So 26.05 is my D1. P0 they have given it is 420. So 420 I will be writing here. Okay, and the growth rate is 0.2405, and this we are going to multiply by 100. So there I will be solving it. 26.05 divide by 420 plus 0.2405 into 100. So I'm going to get the answer as 30.25%. So the cost of equity is 30.25 percentage. So friends, what we have studied is that we have studied up till now is the dividend yield method. Then we have studied the dividend growth method, and then in the upcoming lectures I'm going to cover the different methods, and step by step we are moving forward. I will be doing few sums, and a YouTube link will be given to you those who purchase these lectures, and I hope you will like the teaching and you will enjoy this chapter. I will be covering the entire FM syllabus of CA Inter and I will be recording these lectures and selling at a minimum cost of rupees 100, because if I give it at free of cost, then there will be no value of my work. So I want certain value of my work, which is a minimum value of rupees 100. So I hope you will follow the lectures and wait, then we are going to come to day 3. Thank you.